Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 10, Episode 3. So go ahead, grab your drink and whatever else it is that you do, and let's get into this review. Okay, so the episode opens up with Erica Mena, and she's doing a maternity shoot. And I'm not sure if it's editing or if this is how it actually works, but it sort of seems like one episode Erica Mena was flat, had a flat stomach, and then all of a sudden she was very much so showing. So I'm not sure if that has something to do with editing or if that is just how it is sometimes with pregnancy. I've never been, so I wouldn't know. Not throwing shade at all. But we see her in her confessional, and she's just talking about Safari and that she wants to work on their marriage, and she really, really loves him. And I actually believe that Erica is into it. I'm not so sure about Safari, but I really think she loves this man. And she's really nervous because she doesn't know how he's going to react to the news that she's pregnant. And that's really sad that she has to think of all these different things of how her husband will react. That's a shame. He should be just happy about it. So then we go to Yandy's party, and Kirk and Rashida are there. Safari and Erica show up together. Scrappy and Bambi. Spice is there. And of course, Mendices and Yandy. And they're all just having a good time, drinking and having fun. And while they're there, Scrappy invites Safari to his show. And I guess he's rapping again. I don't really know anything that he's put out recently, but I also don't follow him on social media. So once again, that was not shade. That's genuinely not knowing. Might have to Apple Music his tunes or something. I don't know. And then as they're talking, Safari asks Scrappy how things are going at home. And Scrappy reveals that he doesn't feel like things are going well. He doesn't feel supported because he's back into the music scene. And, I guess he just needs more from Bambi, who is pregnant, mind you. And anyways, so then Carly Red comes in, and she shows up with Lamar Odom, and she introduces him to the group. And after they get the introductions out the way, Carly sits down with the girls, and they're just grilling her about the status of her relationship. And she tells them that she's known Lamar for some time, and that they linked up when they were both single. I guess each time one was in a relationship, the other was single, and vice versa. So this must be the first time that they are single together. And so Carly reveals that she is really taking it slow because she doesn't want to do too much. She's rushed her relationships in the past, and we've seen her with multiple partners, and this time she just wants to go a different route and take a different approach, which I get it. I understand her on that. And then Mendici calls everyone outside. It's because he got Yandy a car. We all knew that was what that was going to be. So, yeah. So then the next scene is Scrappy on stage, and he is rapping. He is rapping some song that I don't know nothing about, nor have I heard anything about. But the crowd is jumping around. They are having a good time, so the song must be good. What do I know? And then Safari gets on stage, and I guess he gets up and he starts freestyling to the music, and I don't know if that's his own song or if that is a song that Scrappy had. Who knows? What do I know? And then, so the show's over, and they're walking out, and they're basically about to part ways, and Safari tells Scrappy that after that performance, Bambi needs to be rubbing his feet. And then Scrappy just says that probably won't happen because she's going to say, well, you don't rub my feet and I'm the one that's pregnant. And Safari said that as far as his relationship goes, going to Yandy's party has made things better at home. And that maybe they just needed to get out and get around people. I mean, it is the middle of the pandemic, and a lot of people are quarantined, so maybe that's just what they needed, just a good night out. But then Safari says that he's going to get a vasectomy, and child, I don't know. I think Safari just be talking sometimes. So then the next scene is young baby Tate, and she is in LA, and she's there to meet her man Guap Dad, and they're headed to the beach. And we kind of learn a little bit of Guap Dad's background. We learn that he is a Grammy nominated platinum selling artist, and that the two of them got together after young baby Tate ended her previous relationship. And so I guess once again the timing was right, and so they were able to just go ahead and be together, which is pretty cool, I guess. So they're just hanging out on the beach and I guess playing games and stuff because he had a bag full of like wiffle balls and stuff. So she suggests that she wants to go on a vacation, and basically is saying, I want to go on a vacation, but I need a bae to go on vacation with. And he says that, I do want to go, but my brother is getting married, so can I get back to you? And I just feel that he's using that as an excuse because he doesn't really want to go, and he doesn't want to be that serious with her, unfortunately. But once again, I could be wrong. I'm single. What do I know? I don't know anything. So, yeah. Then we go to Lamar and Carly, and they're just on a little lunch, dinner date type deal at her restaurant. And as they're sitting there, they're eating, and there's a lot of flirtation going on, and it's cute. It's nice to see Carly happy. And Carly tells him that although they haven't had sex, she doesn't want him with anybody else. That's hers. She's got that on lock. She's just not ready to open up yet, literally and figuratively. She's just not ready, but she's happy to work on their friendship and just get to know one another. And so Carly asks him, what's something that you would do differently in this relationship that you did last relationship? And Lamar tells her that he would just take things a little bit slower. He wouldn't move as fast as he has done in the past. And he doesn't really want to go into it because he doesn't want them shining off of him, I guess. I'm guessing that's more towards Sabrina Parr, I think that was her name. His most recent ex. I don't think that was a Chloe thing, because he loves Chloe for real, for real. So then Carly asks him if he's healed from his previous relationship, and he's honest, and he says that he doesn't think he's completely healed at this time, which I think was pretty cool of him to be honest with her. And it just shows that maybe they have a different kind of friendship where they can be like that, because sometimes people won't even tell you the truth. Be in love with somebody else, but be stringing you along. But anyways, next we have Yandy and Mendices having a little family outing, and they're playing basketball. And he has his other two sons from New York there. Thank goodness, because if you remember in my first review of this, I was concerned about those older boys. I was wondering where they were at, why they weren't with him, why he's not petitioning the courts for them to be together in his nice, big, large, grande, lavish home. I know a lot of those words meant the same thing, but I don't care. I'm dramatic. Yeah, I needed to know that. So hopefully he's filing the paperwork to get those kids. Or making sure they're living just as lavish in New York. But anyways, Mendices and Yandy are discussing, how they enjoy having the family time together. And it's one of the first times that Yandy has seen them all just playing basketball together and just, doing some wholesome things, family stuff that the kids should all be there for. So then they get on to Infinity and how Infinity hasn't been talking to Yandy much. And I guess Infinity saw some family picture online that they took on Christmas. And Mendices says he didn't post it as anything personal. It was just a picture. But Infinity felt like he did it on purpose to make her feel left out. And Yandy reveals that somehow the narrative changed and is being portrayed that she kicked Infinity out. And that's not true. And so Yandy's telling Mendices that Infinity had texted her and she wants to meet up. And Mendices says that Infinity can't stay at the house because he doesn't want to have to walk on eggshells, and he doesn't want things to end up on Twitter or Instagram, because I guess Infinity went online and was saying that she was going to write a tell-all book about her situation, I guess. Sis, go ahead and write that book. Go ahead and write that book. Write it as a ghost writer or something, but write that book and spill the tea, because you wouldn't have said it if there wasn't tea to be spilled. Just throwing that out there. So then we go to young baby Tate, and she's linking up with her friends. And there's a woman named Brittany B there. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like we saw Brittany B on a different season of Love and Hip Hop. I want to say Hollywood, and she got into it with somebody. I'm not too sure. Or was it New York? Shit, I don't know. But regardless, she looks familiar. And anyway, so they're all sitting around, and Guap Dad is showing out in front of her friends. He's basically saying that he's for everybody and he don't want a relationship. And Baby Tate gets mad because they were just having romantic fun on the beach, and now all of a sudden he's saying something different in front of this group of people, embarrassing her. And so Brittany pulls her away because she's getting heated and asks her if that's what she wants. And she said that she wants to be like Jay-Z and Beyonce. And girl, what? I was with Brittany B. Like, girl, you think Guap Dad is the next Jay-Z? And Baby Tate gonna say yes, like that meme. I'ma stick beside him. I'ma stick beside him. Like, girl, what? No. He's embarrassing you in front of your friends. Anyways, they go back over to the group, and they're playing a drinking game, and that's the drinking game, Two Truths and a Lie, I think. And so that's when the players, or the person that says the two truths and a lie, the other players have to figure it out. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Y'all get it. Y'all grown. But anyways, so when it comes to Guap Dad's turn, he says, like, I was born in 1991, I'm Grammy nominated, and I'm going to Jamaica. The lie was that he's not going to Jamaica. He's not going on the vacation. And to be quite honest, I was shook, but it was good TV. I was shook for Baby Tate, and I was mad for her. For him to embarrass her like that in front of her friends, like, wow. Yeah, that was really, really lame. And I'm glad that Baby Tate gets upset and goes off on him again and basically tells him to get out. But I don't think he left. Yeah. He's around next episode, so yeah. So then we go to Safari and Erica. And Erica has gotten Spice to come over to perform for Safari. I said that all messed up. Spice came over to perform for Safari, and Erica decorates the backyard with pictures of him and everything, and she does all this because she wants him to be hyped up when she tells him that she's pregnant. And I'm not too sure how that's going to go. But anyway, some women put a blindfold on Safari when he gets to the house and guide him to the backyard, and he loves it. It has everything that he enjoys because, you know, he loves himself, dance hall, and his Jamaican culture. So after the performance, they get some alone time, and they talk about the relationship and how things are going currently and how having a baby's changed the relationship. And then Erica says that she has a surprise for him and shows him a video on her phone, and it's a video of the sonogram. And Safari just says, so you're pregnant. How many weeks are you? And it's not funny, but it is. But Erica's just kind of a little bit flustered because she's like, well, no, I'm not pregnant. We're pregnant. And I'm, what was she, 20, 23, 27? I don't know, weeks. I don't know how that works. She was some months pregnant. I think she said she only had 3 months left in another scene. But anyways, like, you could tell all over Safari's face that he was not pleased about that. He literally gets up from the table and says, I don't know. I just don't know. He gets on his bike and he rides off. And yeah, Safari's not happy about that. Not in the least. So then finally, we go to the scene that everybody's been waiting for. It is the Yandy and Infinity link up. So they come together and they're sitting on this bench and they're having small talk and basically, how are you? I'm good. How is school going? And Infinity's doing well in school. I guess she's brought her grades up. And then Yandy just flat out asked her, why did she decide to come out there to visit them? And they discussed what happened around Christmas because Infinity decided that she didn't want to come visit. And so this is what I'm gathering from what went down. So Mendices posted a picture of his family with a caption that made Infinity feel like he took a picture and posted it on purpose with the caption that's saying that was the family that he wanted to be around. And I think that she may have jumped the gun. Yandy says that she was reading far too into it and that she's looking at it all the wrong way. It was just a picture. It was just a moment. It was basically his first Christmas out of jail in like 4 years, I think. So, yeah, I'm not sure why that was that like that. But then we find out some more tea. So they shift the conversation from the Christmas picture, and Yandy says, well, what about that relationship that you were in? So Infinity was in a relationship with an older person, and the relationship was extremely toxic. And the person alleged that Yandy was basically using Infinity as a babysitter while she went out to the club. And while she may have been having Infinity babysit her kids, she was actually going to do club appearances so that she could provide for them, and that's Infinity included. And Yandy felt like there was no problem with that because as the older sibling, she's just watching her younger siblings. And that happens in so many families, whether you're on TV or not. A lot of older siblings take on the responsibility of taking care of the younger ones. It's just a thing. So I can understand where she was confused about that. And so Yandy then felt that she needed to step in and stop Infinity's relationship with the older person, and Infinity decided that she didn't want to do that, and so I guess Yandy had to ask her to leave. And when she asked Infinity to leave, the person, I guess, was threatening to go to TMZ and say that Yandy doesn't take care of her kids and stuff. And so I guess that is when Infinity started saying that she wanted to write the book. So after Yandy says that she couldn't stay in her house anymore after that situation, Infinity counters and says, so I deserve to be thrown back to the wolves. I should have been made to stay with my grandmother. And Yandy says yes. And at that point, Infinity gets up and leaves. And I don't have too much to say on that because that's the dynamic of their relationship. Next episode, it seems as though Infinity is around again. So I don't know really about this one. Yeah, it seems a little bit odd. But I feel like Yandy should have known what she was getting herself into by taking in a teenager as well. There's going to be a lot of feelings. And then all of a sudden you up and move and this person's in the house and things are just different. So definitely should have thought a little bit more about that. But I don't know. What do y'all think? I'm out of here. Bye. My throat hurts.